Good morning, second grade. Happy Monday. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Great. Yeah. Who's ready to get started with another week of second grade math with Mr. Sachin? I didn't hear you guys. Who's ready for another week of math with me? Awesome. Love the enthusiasm. Love the excitement. Okay, now remember what we talked about on Friday. During these videos, I want you to be quiet, right? Unless I ask you questions to respond to, right? I want you to be quiet so that you can listen and your classmates can listen. And I want you to be working hard so we can be learning together. Okay? Who's ready to learn some math quietly all together? Great. Because if you're talking, I can hear you. Who said no, you can't? Who said that? Because I can hear you. Okay, so let's make sure we're quiet because I want to teach you all and I want you all to learn some amazing things because this week we're going to be doing some measuring and that's going to be a lot of fun too. A little bit different from graphs, but it's going to be a lot of fun. But we're going to get started with one of my favorite games and hopefully you enjoyed it too with our disappearing circles. All right. So how many circles do we see here? 8 is correct. So we see 8 circles and we're going to make some of them disappear in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. How many circles disappeared? Very good. 4 circles disappeared. I started with 8 and 4 of them are gone. So who can tell me a subtraction sentence? What minus what equals what here? Yes, you. Very good, right? We can say 8 minus 4 equals 4 because we started with 8 and 4 of them disappeared. And we have 4 left over. 8 minus 4 equals 4. Now say it with me. 8 minus 4 equals 4. Good work. Okay, so we're going to start with 8 again. And some of these are going to disappear in 3, 2, 1. How many disappeared? Very good. Now, can I get a volunteer to say a subtraction sentence? Oh, Maya, I think I see your hand up. Maya, what is our subtraction sentence? Very good, right? 8 minus 2 is equal to 6 because I have 6 left over after 2 of them disappeared. Great job. Okay, now our 8's looking a little bit different, but they're still going to disappear in 3, 2, 1. Woof. How many disappeared this time? Okay, yeah, 4 disappeared again. Can I get a boy to say the subtraction sentence? Volunteers? Oh, you in the back. Yep, let's hear it. Great work. 8 minus 4 equals 4. Now, everyone now, 8 minus 4 equals 4. Good work. Got one more. We're starting with 8 and they're disappearing now. Ooh, a lot disappeared there. How many disappeared? What was that? Yeah, 6 disappeared. Now, who can tell me a subtraction sentence? You right there. Yep, tell me. Make sure you're loud. Good work, right? 8 minus 6 equals 2. Okay, now say it all together. 8 minus 6 equals 2. Perfect. All right. Now we're gonna do some number bonds. You might remember this from Miss Sitzman last year. These are called number bonds, in which we split one number, like this 10 we see here, into two different numbers. So this 10 can become a 1 and a second number. 1 and what make 10? Oh no? Can you shout it out? Very good, right? 1 and 9 make 10, right? Because if I have 9 fingers, I just need one more, this last thumb here, to make it 10. So I can say some equations with this, or some number sentences. So let's read them together. This one first. 1 plus 9 equals 10. Good, and make sure you're reading them with me, okay? Now, if we return that into a subtraction sentence, we can say 10 minus 1 equals 9. Good work. We can also switch it around to a little, topsy-turvy opposite-y, right? 9 plus 1 equals 10. If we were to do a subtraction, taking away instead, like our disappearing circles, we say 10 minus 9 equals 1. And that's what these number bonds are doing. This 10, we can do 1 plus 9 or 9 plus 1, or do 10 minus 9 to get this 1, or 10 minus 1 to get this 9. You'll see these number bonds all year. I think you might remember them from first grade, but these are going to be super helpful with our math this year, right? I love number bonds. I hope you love them with me too. So we'll do a couple more here. 13. Ooh, big one, right? You have 13 fingers? I don't. Ooh, that would be cool. Help me count a little bit more. But anywho, 13. If I have 1 here, 13 and I have 1 less. I'm counting 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, the number before must be 12. So I can say these 4 equations with that. Okay, with me. 1 plus 12 equals 13. Or 13 minus 1 equals 12. Do you kind of see how they're like the opposite? I did 1 plus 12 to make 13, or 13 minus 1 to make 12. Now, the other side, I can do 12 plus 1 equals 13, or 13 minus 12 equals 1, right? This number bond shows me how I can make 13 with 1 and 12. Next one, we got 15 is 1 and what number? Can you shout it out? Ooh, I think I heard it there. Good work. 14 is correct. Nice job. Okay, let's read these together. 1 plus 14 equals 15. 15 minus 1 equals 14. 14 plus 1 equals 15. 15 minus 14 equals 1. Good job. Ooh, now it's 16. Okay, so when I had 15, I was 1 and 14. When I was 13, it was 1 and 12. So 16 is 1 and what number? Great job. 15 is correct. So here are my four equations. 1 plus 15 equals 16. 16 minus 1 equals 15. 15 plus 1 equals 16. 16 minus 15 equals 1. Ooh, now we're going up to 20. It's a big one. So remember, it's 1 less than 20, or one number before 20. Did I hear? Yeah, I think I heard it. 19 is good. Great job, second grade. So let's start with one addition. You can say 1 plus 19 equals 20. Good. or 20 minus 1 equals 19. Great job. 19 plus 1 equals 20. Great. And 20 minus 19 equals 1. Awesome work. Awesome work. All right. I'm starting to notice a little bit of talking here and there, right? I want you participating with me, but make sure that if we're talking, right, that we're talking about the math that we're doing. Because if you're talking with your partner, if you're talking with your friend, they're distracted and you're distracted and we're not learning, right? It's going to be very important that we're listening and participating with the math that we're doing, especially if we're going to begin to use a tool here for a fun little activity, okay, or today's lesson. So please open up your workbook to page 29, and you're also going to be using this centimeter cube measuring, right? I know it says centimeter cubes. What they're talking about here is this, okay? This is a cube. Now, a centimeter, the big word, let's read it together. Okay, say it out loud with me. Cen, T, me, ter. Centimeter. Centimeter. One more time. Centimeter. Great job. A centimeter is a length, right? How long this cube is, right? And you all have used these. You know that this cube isn't that long at all. A centimeter is a very short length, right? How long something is. But we use centimeters to measure things all the time. And one thing that you measure using centimeters, or you can using centimeters, is this thing. Ooh, where was it? I think I lost it. I don't see it. Okay, I'm gonna need you to count down and blow with me. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, here are my shoes, right? So shoes actually you can use using centimeters. And here is 1 centimeter compared to my shoe, right? It's pretty small. You can see these shoes are kind of big too. Now, if you look on the inside here, that's really dirty. What is that? Anywho, if you look inside here, it says cm. Do we see that? cm. It says 28. This number tells me how long this shoe is, right? This shoe is the length of 28 of these. Now, this piece of paper is 20, so you can see it's got 20 and then a little bit more to make 28 centimeters. Okay, put this back on my feet before I pass out. Right? But these centimeter cubes this week are going to help me out with measuring some things, and you'll get to measure some things in our book. You'll also get a chance to measure some things in your classroom. So that's going to be super cool. Now, instead of using these cubes, right, I've made these paper versions for us, and you'll notice they look like cubes, and each of these cubes in here are actually the same size as one of these cubes, or same as 1 centimeter. Okay. So let's do a couple of these together, right? Because we can use this tool to measure things like this crayon. And here's how you do it. You're going to start at the end, and you're going to line this up right to this black line here. Okay? And here's a line to even help us out measuring it. Perfect. And we're going to count, starting with here, how many blocks this is. 1, 2, count with me, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, why don't you, if you haven't already, get your piece of paper And at the very end here, you're going to line that up to this black line and this black line, just like that. Make sure it's straight. And you're going to count from here all the way to the end of the crayon. So let's try that again. Everyone ready? Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is 7 blocks long, or we can say that it is 7 centimeter cubes long, right? And again, one of these is 1 centimeter cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exact same one. Now let's look at this clothespin, right? You might use this when you're helping your mom with your laundry. And we're going to take our paper and put them down like this. Okay, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to count how many it is. Count from the very end to the very end here. If you have your answer, you can write it down right on this line. Okay, so if I'm counting, remember you have to line this up to the very end here to make sure we're being careful. Okay, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't count this one because there's nothing here, right? We stop here. And so it is 6 centimeters cubes long. Now the third one, we got a little bit longer one. Got a marker, it looks like. All right, and let's measure this marker. Okay, please measure your marker now. And so you should have your answer here after you finish counting. Everyone ready? Okay, you should have your answer already. Let's check our work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? We stop here at 12. So we can see that this marker is 12 centimeter cubes long. Now, if we compare all three of them, which is the longest one? Which is the longest object? Yeah, it's the marker, right? And notice how the number there is the biggest one, right? 12, it's the longest one. 6 and 7 are shorter. Which is the shortest object? Very good, right? It's the clothespin. It's so short. It's only 6 centimeter cubes long. And the crayon is a little bit longer, right? So the number tells me how long something is. That's how we measure things, right? There's a lot of different things that we can measure in this world, and that's what we're going to be looking at over the next week or so. Sometimes we use things like centimeters, right? If you go to Subway, you can get a foot long. So your sandwich is 1 foot long or 12 inches long, and that's a different kind of measurement. If you're driving in your car, or not, I hope you're not driving, but if your parents are driving or your older brother or sister is driving, right, you might drive 10 miles or 20 miles, and that's a lot of distance, right? That's super long, right? You might drive 10 miles to school every day. So different measurements, but they can all be used to tell us how long or how short something is. Now, you're going to have a chance to use your centimeter measuring thing to get a little bit of practice. Okay, so if you turn to page 30, you're going to have a chance to measure 3 different things. So in just about after I'm done explaining this, you're going to have a chance to pick some things that you have in your desk and measure them, right? So I'm going to open my desk and I'll see what I find. Let's see what I have. Looks like I have a bottle of Tajín in my desk. Hopefully you don't have that, but I have a Tajín bottle in my desk. Isn't that cool? And here's how you're going to measure this. You're going to take your Tajín bottle or whatever you have and make sure that you line up the end of it with this black line like this. Okay? It's lined up like this, and that's going to help you be accurate. Okay? So once that's lined up, you're also going to take your centimeter cube and line it up with the black line like this. Okay? And then you are going to count or measure how long the object is. So for me, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? It is 15 centimeter cubes long. Your cubes kind of look like this today, right? So again, you're going to measure it properly and it should be, my one is 15. Of course, your object might not be 15 and that's okay, right? Because you have different things. You probably don't have a Tajín bottle. But once I'm done measuring it very carefully, I'm going to write the Tajín bottle is 15 centimeter cubes long. And then you're going to do that with 2 other objects. I might have a little tangy barbecue sauce from McDonald's. And again, I'm going to line this up with the black line and take my cube measurement and count very carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, it's close to 6. I'm gonna write the barbecue sauce is 6 centimeter cubes long. Now, did you notice how I flipped it upside down? I flipped it upside down so I had an easier time making it flat and measuring it. Okay, now if I measured it like this, I would get a different number, and that's cool too, right? This one is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we call this width, but you can use that side too. So either way works. But try to use the longer side of something, not the shorter side. Okay. Tangy barbecue and Tajín. What else might I have? Well, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. So once you have your centimeter cube ready to go, I want you to take some time and pick 3 things out of your desk. Now, no toys, okay? We're not playing. We're doing math right now. Okay, and I can see if you're taking out little toys and puppets and playing with them, right? I want you to use it as a tool, just like those puppets are tools, right? I want you to use it as a tool to measure them. Okay, and then after you're done measuring it, you can put it away. Now, if you need help spelling something, just try your best. Maybe you can raise your hand later and have your teacher check the spelling for you. But at first, I want you to try to do this by yourself. Okay, and then after everyone's finished, in about 5 or 6 minutes, maybe we can share just a little bit. Okay, but let's take some time now, work on some measuring. Have fun, everyone. Okay, great work. Hope you came up with some fun things to measure. And let's make sure that everything is back in your desk. Now, I want you to look at page 31. This is page 31 in your books. Okay, It says Matt uses a centimeter cube to measure. He thinks the pencil is 12 centimeters long. Is Matt correct? Yes or no? And write how you know. Okay, so here's a centimeter cube with a pencil. You can also use your own centimeter cube to measure this carefully, right? And see if he's correct. And if he's correct, you can say he's correct. If he's not correct, you can say he's not correct. This one, you need to work on by yourself. And I know some of you want to be super helpful and help your classmates out. And that's awesome, right? I love that you want to be so helpful. But the best way you can be helpful is to not help them and be quiet and just work on your own. Because when I look at these works, right, I want to be able to see what each and every one of you is doing by yourself. Okay, and it's not going to be very helpful if you tell everyone what to do. So work on this like it's a test, right? By yourself, try your best on it. Okay? If you're finished, you can raise your hand and one of your teachers is going to tell you what exactly you'll be doing next, because I got some other activities for you to keep practicing this on your IXL. Okay, so make sure you write your name, page 31, with the pencil. Make sure you're writing carefully. Try your best with your spelling, but remember to be neat. Okay, hope you had fun with some measuring today. Nice start with our centimeter cubes, right? With the tahini or barbecue sauce or erasers or other things. I'm very excited to hear about what you measured. And then we'll get some more practice measuring tomorrow. All right, second grade, hope you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, and I will see you in another video tomorrow. Bye, everyone.